Hi everyone, welcome to our software development project. Our group name is iTrack Inventory Tracking System. We have three members in our group, which is Ning, our group leader, Sim Zihao, and Tseng. Our program objective is to avoid losing track of the equipment available in the inventory, and second one is to classify the product into different categories, and the third one is organize the equipment or apparatus detail in a more structured manner. The other one is to assist the user in discovering the relevant tool or device more quickly and save time. And the last one to correctly count, record, or update the amount of apparatus or equipment available. Our program scope. The strength. First, ability to efficiently arrange the apparatus and equipment at their disposal. And second one is enable the user to browse the inventory for the desired piece of machinery or tool. And the third one is enable the user to edit product information in the inventory. And the last one is offer the user an organized way to view the inventory. The limitation is unable to display the image of the item search. And second one is not being able to use barcode or QR technologies. And the last one is the report prepared in other format cannot be exported such as PDF. This is our code for the main modules. Let's run the code. Our menu look like this. Once we run the code of the main modules, the window will pop up, which is the main menu for our system. So each of these buttons represent each type of function in our system. As you can see, we use SQLite as our database tool. This is the table which shows the detail of item, and we have categorized our item into categories, which are glassware G and chemical C. And this shows the table of the sales detail. After we have made any change to the detail of the item, we need to refresh the page through this button. And that is all for me. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Tseng. So start from now on, I will click on one by one of these buttons here to show how it actually works. Okay, so let's say we want to insert a new item into the database. What we need to do is just click on the insert button and key in the details of the item. Okay, so let's check with our database. And this is the item that I inserted just now. Okay, so what if I want to increase the price of the conical flask from 55 to 60? What I need to do is just click on the update button, key in the ID of the conical flask, and skip other details by clicking on the OK buttons. And finally, price. Let's key in a 60 for it. Okay, let's check with our database. So it turns from 55 to 60. Okay. So what if I want to delete an item, such as a burette from the database? What I need to do is just click on the delete button and key in the ID of the burette. And once I refresh it, it is removed from the database. So let's move on. So what if I want to search for the details of the conical flask only? What I need to do is just click on the search button and key in the ID of the conical flask. And the details for the conical flask will be printed here in the interactive screen. Okay, but what if I want to search for the entire details for all of the items in the database? What I need to do is click on this button, key in an A for it, click on the OK, and the report is printed in the interactive screen here. Okay. So if 50 conical flasks are sold, we can click on this button, key in the ID for conical flask, and key in the quantity sold of the item, which is 50. Okay. So once I refresh it, the quantity of the cortical flask will decrease from 750 to 700. Okay. And the last one, for the last button, it is used to print the sales report into the interactive screen. So yeah, so this is the sales report from the database. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Robin. I'll take it from here. First of all, let us take a look at the main module of iTrack. Here we had imported an external package called Tickinter to create a simple graphical user interface that was displayed earlier. Let's take a look at the code for doing so. So essentially what we've done here is that we've created a window with specific dimensions as well as titles. We had also created 7 different buttons for 7 different functionalities that can call the corresponding functions that we've set above. We'll take a look at the input module now. Again, we've imported the same Tickinter package to display the menu. Besides, we also have several functions to validate the format of the input provided by the user. For instance, we have item ID to validate the format of the ID of an item provided by the user to be similar to the example provided, such as G001. A message will be displayed through the show info function of the Ticketer module to indicate that the input was invalid. Next, we also have different menus for obtaining and passing the values as well as input from the user to the main module. The update menu is different in the sense that it accepts blank values, as we wanted to give the user the ability to update certain details of the item, so they can just press enter on the message box. For the rest of the modules, the users will be prompted to input the ID or category items as the format of the report that they want to view it in. We'll move on to the process module, which will be the process of my presentation today. Here we imported 2 external libraries, which are SQLite Tree and Pretty Table. SQLite Tree is for us to store the values such as the details of the items in a database, which is the core for our program, and allow us to perform different tasks using structured query language. Pretty Table is an external library that requires additional download into your respective computers, and we used it for the display of reports from the database. In order to explain how we perform each task in this module, I'll be using insert item as an example. So first, we establish a connection to the database file that we've created through this line. Next, we will write the SQL command, which in this case will be this line, to insert the designated values into a table called item in the database. The data retrieved from the main module will be put inside a tuple, and by using this line, we are able to combine and execute both the SQL command as well as the tuple to insert the item as well as its details into the database. In the event of successfully conducting the process or the occurrence of errors, different messages will be called and displayed from the output modules. The logic or flow for the remaining modules remain identical, except for the SQL command executed, the data retrieved, as well as the prompt messages displayed. For example, in the update item function, we use the update command. In the delete item function, we use the delete from command. And for the search item as well as the report functions, we use the select command. For the search and report functions, we had also used the Pretty Table function to generate a table using this line and display it through the output module. It is also worth noting that for both inventory reports as well as sales reports, we have different functions for the different categories that they can view it in. For the enter sales function, it is a bit different from the other modules as the data retrieved for the sales will be in a separate table, and we wanted the amount sold of a given amount, the amount sold of a given item to be synchronized with the amount available in the inventory database. We had also synchronized the details of the items between two tables for easier viewing of the users. It is also possible to add more quantity of an item that was previously sold through this segment of code. And that is about it for our presentation today. Thank you for listening. And although there are some limitations and weaknesses for our program, we hope that your company would really give our program a shot and invest in our product. That is all from me today. Thank you.